that aren't great into the Maokai. Well, you don't really have to worry about Maokai if you're Malphite. You just press your R button, you're unstoppable.
You're unstoppable, you go straight through that Nature's Grasp. It has been cleared to the blue side of top jungle, has been cleared, so they will get away with this. This is a really nice pressure here from Gen.G. These are small things, right? They're a little bit behind on gold right now, but it's relatively negligible in the grand scheme of things. They get this first objective so quickly that now they can contest for the top side objective as well.
Yeah. Ocean Drake early, always going to help out. Also feels good.
They don't know where Pays is. They know he doesn't have a teleport, obviously, but he is walking up to contest Grubs.
Yeah.
And Gen.G want to get everything. They want to get both sides of this.
Yeah, I mean, they got that Drake, as you mentioned, with the Grubs. So important for their comp as Lucid in a bit of trouble. He's going to have to flash this wall, but into the wall he goes, and all out it over the wall as well. The Ignite comes in, Lucid flashes for no reason, goes down, and Gen.G will get first blood, 2 Grubs, and now Pays is up in the top lane.
Yeah, Pays is just going to push Kingen out of this lane. There's no reason for Kingen to ult into Pays. They have to ult here now.
Should be able to force it. There's the ult, but now Lahens, he doesn't have flash, but he's trying to get in range. He's a level 3 Poppy, and he just soloed a level 6 Malphite. I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean, you know, he'll have it for the next fight if they do fight, and if he holds on to his flash and says, well, I gave a kill to Poppy, that doesn't really matter.
He'll satchel it in just a moment. Get the zoom.
Now,
bam. 450 in his pockets. Down here with Demolish, they will be able to get a turret in exchange. And they're getting the Dragon. Handle this.
Yeah.
Also, Kingen returning to the bottom lane, picked up Merc Treads. I mean, this fight is everything for Dplus. They have no control.
So, Chovy, wait. He accidentally hit the wall. He pops out right in front of Showmaker. Now he's in a really awkward spot. Pays is going to flash that ult. That is huge that he avoids that knockup. And now Kingen so far ahead of his team, and nobody can join him as the MF ult hits pretty much nothing except Keen. Down will go the top laner. Aiming, though, is going to get that kill onto Lahens, but it's only Lahens. In goes Canyon. He's alone as well. And now DK are turning this fight around. Canyon super low. They want to get that kill onto him as the Phosphorus Bomb barely going to miss. And Chovy does deny the missile, but that's a one-team fight for DK and maybe a Dragon.
Yeah, I mean, Aiming did so much in that fight, and it was pretty split for Gen.G. Sure, Pays gets the flash, doesn't get hit by the Malphite ultimate. Malphite's fairly tanky. Lahens is caught, punished there, trying to set up the ultimate. With double ups and with her passive, you hit multiple targets, you actually do a lot of damage.
Yeah. Absolutely do. That fight was very close. So DK getting to work on the bot tier 1. So they're going to have all tier 1 turrets taken down early on. The 5 Grubs really helping out with that and their composition.
Flicker Blade online. Ziggs sitting on the Seraphs right now, which I know might make a few people unhappy, but does also tech in the Oblivion Orb.
I think it makes sense into this comp. There's just so much wombo combo. If you get caught by that, you want that extra shield, but Kingen just going to ult away, and now this Maokai ultimate getting huge value. Moham trying to crash down away from the team, but here comes Chovy and the rest of them. Gen.G on the chase, and with the Cassante leading the charge, they don't really have a way to get away. Canyon gonna lock down a kill. Lucid super low, as he's gonna get assassinated by Cassante as well. And so it is a 2-for-1. Canyon will go down, as he did go slightly too far forward. Towards nothing for Kingen. And if they see the Malphite just running straight at them, they know how to deal with that. So yeah, DK just not really gonna be able to get in on this Dragon. So that first one, the first Mountain Drake will go over towards Gen.G.
Look at Canyon's positioning.
Yep, he's got a very nice angle on this one. He is going to throw in the ult. They try to get on top of Chovy, who is not quite able to buffer that one. The sleeve coming down, and Moham's totally going to miss on the left side, though. Down, though, will go Chovy. It is a trade that DK will enjoy. And now they're just looking for Canyon, who is also just kind of on the run, doesn't have a way to get out of this one. Is able to slow up a couple of guys actually with saplings and is incredibly fast. So he's just going to run away from them.
He's phase rush Maokai, so we'll be able to get out of there pretty quickly. Yeah, definitely could have been a lot. Go get deep vision into the jungle. Then their comp can be both strong in setting up combos, but also oppressive. And that's why they've committed so heavily to this mid turret, because theirs is down. And now TP coming through.
And there's a flank, and they're just kind of being squashed, aiming in a very awkward spot. As nice ult from Moham just to collapse this fight. But now the Ziggs ult comes in on top of aiming. He's just on the run. Kingen also has to ult away. Meanwhile, Moham's just dead once again on the left side, trying to just peel for the team. And he does that.
Coming through from Keen. They are starting up this Baron. Lucid has flash. But, I mean, this is looking pretty desperate. Remember, Kingen doesn't have flash, doesn't have ult.
They just don't have any setup. No Malphite ults, no flash, no Rel is the biggest one, and it's just free for the side of Gen.G. Like, yeah, maybe Lucid could have tried to flip it, but that's really risky. And so it's just Gen.G.
Through was definitely strong. You add Baron on top of that, and these turrets are just not long for this world.
Yeah, I feel like a big theme in what we've been saying throughout this game has been a lot about control, and it felt like a couple of fights where Gen.G were kind of a little bit wishy-washy. DK found some angles, but the second that they kind of clamped down, got a little bit cleaner, DK just feels like they don't really have
Maybe get that mid-turret.
There is a Baron buff on the side of Gen.G. That'll make things pretty difficult.
Yeah, they're just trying to clear this wave and try to contest the dragon, but, I mean, Chovy's playing Tristana, so he could solo that. He doesn't care. He will have some teammates come over now, but even if they needed to come defend the turret, he would just be able to sit over here, take this one down. Doesn't have teleport, but there's just nothing that Dplus could do.
Feels like Gen.G, they really wanted to get the turret. They're not going to get it then, but they're going to get it now. So, yeah, you stepped up, you cleared the wave, you stopped it for well with Verdant Barrier for the Ziggs, the Crypt Bloom to help out in team fights. Here comes Chovy jumping into the enemy team. Just a bait, I guess. Here comes a bunch of damage as Showmaker loses half his health from one ability from the Ziggs.
And then Lens just sends King into the Nether. He's not able to turn this fight. He's back now. They're just going to back off and look for the Baron and force a fight on there.
And DK, it looks like they don't really have pressure to go for a Baron, so they got to try to fight for this dragon. Chovy will respect it, will back away, but now team fight kind of brewing around the mid lane. Kingen getting a bit low. Keen trying to frontline. Here comes the Nature's Grasp, and now Kingen just so far away. The three-man knockup, and now the Rel comes over the top, takes down one, and Keen is in the backline, but he might go down, but not before taking down aiming, and that is the main character on the side of DK. Showmaker still existing, but can he do enough damage alone? The answer is no, as Pays and Chovy, the two carries, charge through and finish off the team fight.
I feel like if the gold was a little bit closer.
Huge bullet time over the top of the Magnet Storm. And it just doesn't matter because he gets bombed to death.
Yep.
And then gets jumped on, all outed. Like, you know, he had his moment. He's going to be the DK redemption arc in this game one. Instead, well, Gen.G got everything. Now we have a hugely deep TP, very far away from the team fight. He's going to have to run for about 17 minutes.
Let's see if he can catch one of these carries.
He is going to find Chovy, who does try to buffer it and does fail, but guess what? Maokai pressed R, and nobody can join. Kingen's alone, and he is now dead. And the Ziggs bomb over the top gets a ton of damage down, and Keen also is just unkillable with this Mountain Soul. Looks like Gen.G, they play it carefully until they don't have to, and now they're looking to end the game.
That is going to be it. Some nice attempts from Dplus. That ain't AP Malphite. Chovy just shrugs it off. Doesn't care. I got caught, but you don't have a team.
Yeah.
You don't have a Nexus.
And they can barely even survive in the